Hey there everyone, this is Don. Some may know me as Tattoo Chef from some of the watch forums or on Instagram as DWatchGuy. Just getting back into the knives again and just got two new ones, so I'm going to do a quick video on the two of them. Not going to really do reviews on them because there's so many out there, but just wanted to throw up my quick impressions on everything. The first knife we'll be looking at is a Bradley Alias One. It is a 3.5 inch blade, all titanium handles, blue standoffs, blue aluminum thumb stud. It's 8 1/4 inches overall, and it has S30V steel. Like I said, the handles are all titanium. The pocket clip is stainless steel. Frame lock, of course. Now, really, just real quick, what I want to talk about is I had been wanting this knife for a while. Like I said, I'm just recently getting back into the knife world, so this is one that caught my eye, and I had been trying to lock it down for a while. Came across it on the forum, right time, right place, good price, so I grabbed it. It was like new in box. The seller advertised it as is, but when I got it, there was a couple of issues. Basically, the detent on this knife is just horrible. It's basically non-existent. So everything kind of is controlled through the pivot. And when I got it, it was, you could swing your arm a little bit with the knife and just swing it down like this, and the knife was coming right out. And when you went to use the thumb stud to flip it open, it just it flipped open way too easily and way too fast. So I did a little reading online, and you know, I adjusted the pivot, and you kind of got to play with it. You go a little to the right and it's way too tight and you can barely open it. You go a little to the left, and you know, so eventually you get it the way you want it. And I played with it, and I also changed it to tip down carry, because this pocket clip just puts the tiniest bit of pressure on the lock bar. So now it's pretty smooth when I open it, and I could open it with just a quick flick. But now when it's closed and I shake it down, the knife isn't coming out of there, so no chance for injury. If I was to really give it a hard you know, downward thrust, it would, you know, it kind of comes out halfway, but there's no reason to ever do that. So for all intents and purposes, I think the knife is going to be okay. It's pretty much perfect blade centering, so no issues there. And I've been flicking it open and playing with it for the past like day, and I must have flicked it open probably about 100 times now. And seems where I have the pivot turned to, it's staying there. So we'll see over time if I got to readjust the pivot, if it gets a little loose or whatever. But so far so good. Really like the look of this knife. I love the all you know, like blasted titanium handles. I like just the little touches of blue with the standoffs and the clip. Makes it a nice knife, and being, you know, it's 8 1/4 overall, and it's a pretty imposing looking knife in my opinion. It's not the biggest knife out there, but it's not the tiniest knife either. And razor sharp blade, really just super scary tip on it. So it's a good slicer. It's good for piercing. This is still the factory edge on here, and it's razor sharp. So I am pretty pleased with this one. You know, trying to do it with the tripod here, you know, I want to make sure, you see, flips open pretty smoothly, and now it closes with a nice, you could feel it closing, you could feel it getting, you know, it feels nice and tight when you close it. So pretty happy with that. Put that one up to the side for a minute. The next knife that I got in is the Spyderco Techno. Been wanting this one for quite a while too. Retail price on this, I mean full retail, is like $300 and some, but the regular going price for it is about $190 on most websites, and I ended up getting a really good deal on eBay for it, brand new, for $160. I'd have to say, after having it in hand, $190 would have been a great deal in my opinion. $160 was fantastic. I actually paid $10 more for this than I did for the Bradley. I got that Bradley, like I said, used on the forums, but I got it for $150, which was a great deal as well. But as you can see, I kind of have a thing for titanium handled knives. This knife, in my opinion, like I said, I'm not going to do reviews because there's just so many reviews on these knives out there. But just want to throw my impressions out there and why I wanted this. I mean, I wanted something, I love the bigger knives, but I wanted something that was small, but I didn't want something dainty. I wanted something big, I wanted something thick, but it you know, still slides right into the pocket. And this serves that purpose. Stonewashed titanium handle. You have a 2.55-inch stonewashed blade. The blade steel is a CTS XHP. Now, I'm not really, you know, there are so many steels out there that I see with all these knives, from production knives to custom knives, everything like that, and you know, I'm learning as I go along, but this one, you know, is a very premium steel from what I understand. It's a high carbon, high chromium steel. It's very corrosion resistant, and they basically call it a very corrosion resistant D2 tool steel. So it's definitely up there with, you know, some of the, you know, really best steels, or better steels I should say. And especially for a knife at this price point, it's an amazing steel. You got your massive Spyderco hole. Overall length on this is just about 6 inches overall, and when it's closed up, it's like just about 3.5. Titanium blasted pocket clip. As you can see, this is 4.5 millimeters thick. I mean, it is a thick knife. You wouldn't expect a knife this small to be this thick, but I think that's what makes it so cool. We got a blue G10 backspacer. Has a little bit of color. Looks cool. It opens up. Now, there's really no need to flick this out, but you can real easily. But because the blade is so small, you could just go like that. And I mean, it pretty much takes just as long to flick it out as it does to slowly open it. I mean, but lockup on this is just amazing in my opinion. I could press all day on this as hard as I want, and the lockup doesn't move at all. This thing, you know, I know it's a small knife, but when it is locked, it is locked. It's like a little fixed blade. You know, I don't tend to damage my knives or abuse them, but I do intend to use them, and I just have no issues with using this knife at all. So, give you a little comparison here, if I can, to this and the Bradley. Especially, you could see here, just putting them side by side, how much thicker the Techno is. But let's see if I can do a quick comparison here in size, if I can get it in the video. Here's a good look at the size comparison between the two of them. I love both, actually. This one, the Techno, will be more an everyday carry. This is going to be the one that I'm going to probably grab most of the time and you know, use, because it's great for going in the pocket. It's great to have you know, it's going to be able to do what I want, but you don't have that huge knife on you. But it's also fun, let's be honest. It's fun to carry a bigger knife every now and then. But there we go. There's a look at my two new knives. As I said, you know, I'm getting back into the knife game, so, you know, hopefully as I get a new knife, just do a quick video and have some fun with it. And that's it. Alright, thanks for taking a look at my video. Hopefully I'll be uploading some new videos soon.